Okay, family, the next one I wanted to speak about or just touch on briefly was idols. We see a lot of in Leviticus, Exodus, other places of the Bible. There was a lot of idol worship. There was a lot of sacrificing to idols. Essentially, they were replacing God with either dead things that weren't actually alive, or symbols or portraits, like essentially worshiping or praying to something that is not actually alive, cannot actually hear you, right? And we see that in Exodus, for example, after Moses has led the people out of Egypt. He's up on Mount Sinai, he's with God, he's there for quite some time. The people get impatient. They need something to visibly sit there and worship. And so Aaron, his brother, actually ends up making a golden calf, and they worship and praise that. How does that tie into modern day? What do we do nowadays that we don't really realize we are idolizing? And that is anything that's taking your time, your attention, your worship, your praise from God, and you're just focused on that thing. A really good episode to watch on this would be Johnny Chang. Like, if you just go to YouTube, and I'm not sure what his channel is called, I apologize, but type in Johnny Chang, Idolatry 2025. He does a really good segment on this, and points to some idols that we don't really often think of. I know phones is a big one. How many of us cannot live without our phones? Say our phone's broken, we have to wait for a new one to come in, from our phone carrier. We're just like fidgeting, we're anxious until that new phone gets there. Social media, praises on social media. How many people, like, they have to be looking at their likes or their, I don't even know how it goes nowadays, I'm gonna be honest, you guys, subscribers, comments, I don't know, all of those things, and that determines, their moods, their self-worth. We have relationships is a big one. A lot of people idolize their spouses or their boyfriends or girlfriends. Those people are set way higher than God. Anything that you're spending more time with, that thing, than God, or more attention on, that has unfortunately become an idol. And so it's important that you go to God and you ask him to reveal those to you, that you ask him to help you deal with it, right? Because we can do nothing apart from God. We need his strength, we need his guidance to help us with those. So go to him and pray to him about those things. Careers, those are like the main things I can think of. I wrote a few down. Praise on social, our kids. I know some people put their kids on a pedestal. Johnny Chang actually talks about this as well, about maybe not parenting your kids the way you should, more as a friend than as a parent, because you idolize them and you idolize how they may think of you. So just wanted to do a quick one on this, but I feel like this is something that often goes unnoticed, that we don't really think about, and it's important that we're seeking time with him above everything. So I hope that one helps. Thanks, guys.